Greeting rock fans, Nivens here once again with your weekly rock wind-up. First and foremost, I have to say high five to all you rockaholics for selling out Freakers Ball. And I would assume record time, 10 hours. Tickets went on sale 10 a.m. They were done by 8 p.m. Nice work. See you guys on October 23rd at the Midland. Congratulations are in order to frontman for Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, who got married over last weekend to his baby's mama of quite some time. They've been hanging out together, so finally he tied the knot in Hawaii. Congratulations again, Mr. and Mrs. Vedder. Stone Temple Pilots in the news. Shocking, right? Scott Wyland, I guess, went on stage in Houston Sunday night, and performance-wise, from what I'm reading, did a knockdown job, but had a bit of a 2-minute rant before they even kicked off the show with Cracker Man. And then what ended up happening is that they postponed all of the Texas dates, and they've circumvented and rerouted a bunch of other dates going on over the next few months. So I don't know if maybe there's a little quiet backdoor rehab thing going on with Scott, because a lot of people said it looked like he was drunk, as he's admitted to not being on Smack anymore, but picking up the bottle again. So still waiting to hear exactly what is going on with Stone Temple Pilots and with Scott Wyland. Steven Adler in the news this week saying point blank, Axl Rose, fucking insane. Of course, Adler, being the original drummer for Guns N' Roses on the Appetite for Destruction album, was on Adam Carolla's show this week and said he's just whacked out crazy. So that means I think a reunion is not going to happen anytime soon with all the original members of Guns N' Roses. Slash, however, in the news as well, saying that throughout the year 2011, he will continue to tour on again, off again with Miles Kennedy. Myself and a lot of people included were hoping that we would see maybe Miles step into the role of Scott Weiland's departure from Velvet Revolver. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as Ultra Bridge 3 is coming out sometime next month. And speaking of Slash, looks like he's going to release a deluxe edition on Tuesday of his solo album with a bonus CD as well as a DVD, behind-the-scenes footage, documentary, all that kind of stuff. So if you're a fan of the Slash solo album, which is pretty awesome, I recommend checking that out on Tuesday. It's official. The worst-kept secret in Hollywood has been Steven Tyler, the judge for American Idol. He will team up with J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, as well as Randy Jackson, with the departure of Cara, whatever her name is, Ellen DeGeneres, and Simon Cowell. Looks like Tyler will be stepping into that role as a judge. And that pretty much is going to put Aerosmith on hold, because there's no way that Aerosmith can really go out on the road without Tyler and call themselves Aerosmith. You paying attention, Axl Rose? All right, I digress. On October 12th, looks like Dio Holy Diver Live will be released on Blu-ray, so if you're a fan of the late artist, go pick it up. Perfect Circle, of course, last week announcing they're going to be doing a 5-city run on the West Coast in Tempe, Seattle, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. They've added more dates to that, however, they're not going to expand upon that 5-city run yet. Maybe it's a little kind of test in the water sort of thing, not quite certain. But a lot of what's going on with these shows is they're just going to focus on one album per show. So like 13 Step, Meriden Ohms, etc. Well, the short-lived marriage of Duff McKagan with Jane's Addiction has come to an end after only 5 months. The story behind it might be the fact that Velvet Revolver is supposedly going to be up and running again in the new year. Maybe there were some conflicts with Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro. Maybe Duff just doesn't want to play Jane's Addiction tunes. I don't really know. All I know is that from what it sounds like, all parties are happy with each other and they're still getting along and playing nicely. But Duff McKagan no longer in Jane's Addiction. That is it for, once again, your weekly rock wind-up. Thank you for tuning in. I've been your benevolent host, Nivens. Talk to you next week.